Automation in industry. Modern manufacturing companies are renowned for their cutting-edge products and solutions that cater to a diverse range of industries. Technological innovations are revolutionizing the way we live and work. AI and automation have taken the world by storm, improving efficiency, reducing downtime, and ensuring employee safety. At the forefront of this revolution are pioneering companies like SCN, an independent supplier of components and systems in the field of industrial automation.
So the history of SCN really started that we wanted to help and serve local customers in Sweden with the best products in automation. So our idea was to start to import material from various suppliers in the world, suppliers that didn't have a local sales organization. So what we started is to set up agreements with the companies in, for example, Taiwan, Germany, Italy, and some in the US to try to import the products and help them to sell it in the Swedish market, actually.
SCN operates across a number of different countries across Europe and the Nordics in particular. The UK has a different set of manufacturing vertical markets, and therefore we have a different supply chain perhaps in the UK to some of our other offices.
Machine automation is increasingly becoming a big part of customer demands and expectations, as it helps them stay competitive and efficient.
And we also work with, I would say, hundreds of thousands of different products today. So it's quite difficult for the sales guy to stay on top of everything. But there we can also use AI to look and dive into PDFs, for instance, to look for certain criteria that the customer is asking for a product. And then it can come back to us with a subset of suggestible products for the customer as well. If I look at our customers' perspective, they need to stay ahead of their competition. So they need to be more innovative and work more with automation, I would say, to be more efficient so they can win over their competitors. From us selling the components, we need to stay ahead of our competition as well and work with the best vendors out there.
It's definitely to adapt the services to the market because each market is different and still in the end business is local. So we need to listen to our customers, what are they really looking for in that certain market and adapt the portfolio. So already today, if you go into our web page, you will see different offerings depending on which language you select on the web page. The industries we supply is definitely within industrial automation, off-road machines, infrastructure. We also work in medical, in energy sector. We also work in defense, actually. And defense is now seen as a sort of sustainable way also to surviving and protecting our territories. So in a way, it's actually seen as a more sustainable thing. We want to continue to live in an open society. But if you see the main driving factors is definitely within electrifications and sustainable topics. There are a lot of investments in that area at the moment.
In recent years, the topic of electrifying our vehicles has come to the forefront. The electrification of vehicles is crucial for reducing greenhouse gas emissions, promoting sustainable transportation, and diminishing reliance on fossil fuels.
Electrification of vehicles, definitely on a local level, is the future. Those vehicles like postal vehicles and delivery vehicles, which have perhaps a local hub and they don't need to travel large distances, I think that's a really important part of a vehicle electrification. Longer journeys, it still requires the infrastructure for charging and also the cost of the actual vehicles to the consumer to be able to afford those to travel great distances. In the UK, we work with a number of different types of technology for vehicle sustainability. So we work with pure electric powertrains and electric vehicles or battery driven. We're also working with companies that are supplying hydrogen fuel, and hydrogen actually can be used to fuel a vehicle itself, or it can actually also be used to create a fuel cell to provide electrical power. So yeah, hydrogen and electric are both intertwined and used in the sustainable vehicle market.
AI is another cornerstone of technological advancements in manufacturing. By integrating AI into production processes, companies enhance productivity, precision, and is overall more sustainable.
Our customers are demanding new technology from us to make their processes more efficient and more sustainable. So we're being asked for more efficient solutions and more sustainable solutions from our supply chain to deliver to our customers in the UK.
artificial intelligence is something really new, of course, but we need to adopt that, and we have done it quite fast also to be more efficient internally, because there's a competition out there and we have to be on that train, so to say, to do something. But for us, it's been really good to take a look on artificial intelligence in another way, because for us, it's about serving the customers. So we took a look in a perspective, could we serve the customers with helping to find the right product choice within all the office hours, but also all of the outside office hours. I mean, 24/7 basically. So if you contact us today, you could contact us 24/7 and get help to find the right product versus your application through AI. You could email us and we will reply through our AI with your question basically, including a product suggestion.
Behind every successful manufacturing company is a team of dedicated and skilled professionals. Companies must foster a culture of continuous learning and development.
From an educational perspective, if we talk about the technical side, we have very skilled product managers in-house. They keep up to speed with our vendors, partners, and we try always to keep our sales guys up to speed with the latest technology. But then down to sales skills, within the AdTech group that we belong to, we have an AdTech Academy. It's a sales school, and that addresses both, I would say, new sales guys and more experienced sales guys with different kind of lessons and educations. But we also use external resources, sales consultants that constantly, I would say, challenge our sales guys to stay top of mind in sales and drive high activity, I would say, in field in front of customers. The skills we typically look for, it can be different, of course, but I tend to look for diversity, both in gender, I would say age, and different personalities of the sales guys. But I look for mainly, I would say, the drive and the energy and the mentality they have within sales. That's the most important. You can always train and educate a person on technology, but you need to be, I would say, self-motivated in the role and have the right mentality for sales.
A robust and efficient supply chain is crucial for modern manufacturing. Having a supply chain local to the UK, as opposed to importing, has massive economic and environmental benefits.
At SCM, we demand high standards of ourselves and of our supply chain. So we only work with leading manufacturers with high quality manufacturing processes and very high standards of production, which sometimes means we're not providing the cheapest products to our customers, but we do know that we're providing products that will last and will do a job and will be reliable, because reliability at the end of the day is the key part. You buy a product because you want it to last and do a job for a period of time, and the cost of total ownership of a component like that is perhaps more important than the initial purchase cost.
You can say the Brexit is something that really changed the market for UK, and other people said, okay, now we will get problems in UK due to the Brexit, but we saw an opportunity instead. So that was the reason we started our UK office 2 years ago, because we could hear from the market that in the UK they would like to have more near sourcing. They would like to talk to local people, have a local warehouse, and not so much import things from outside EU or in the EU anymore. So we focused on really setting up a warehouse, ensuring that we take care of all the imports, and you will buy from a local company in UK. So we try to help the market instead of seeing something as a challenge. So we help the local customers in UK to buy locally, to make it easier for them simply.
Sustainability is at the core of the mission for many modern companies. They are committed to reducing their environmental footprint through process automation and embracing electric vehicles.
Every year we're working towards the EU target of 2030, and we are trying to reduce every year a certain percentage. And the main thing is actually, if you look on the freight forwarders, there we can do things. We can put pressure on them to make a more green transportation. We can also look through our logistic network. Can we fly less? Can we move more things on train? Can we more things on boats and ferries and so on to reduce it? But we can also put pressure on that they are using lorries locally for the final distribution that are electrical, or at least have some kind of reduction of CO2 in transportation systems. So it's a very big topic for us that we have on our agenda for sure. So there are currently some sectors that we are really helping, but there are also coming demands from local governments and so on, different countries where our customers are exporting their machines to have a more sustainable machine, for example, that will help them to sell more in the end, because there are coming this kind of restrictions and so on in local cities that you're not allowed even to use a certain machine in the middle of the city that are fully diesel driven. So that we can really help the local cities and the local governments in different countries in the long end through our customers. For us, this is sustainable different things. One is, of course, first of all, a sustainable organization. For us, it's important to have an organizations that are sustainable. We have the right staff, the right setup in the staff. We work with a diversity policy and so on to make sure we have a mixed kind of setup of people. But the other part is, of course, to look at our CO2. I mean, when we import a lot of material from Far East, Asia, or further down in Europe or US, it's important to work on CO2 reduction all the time. So we only work with freight forwarders where we can ensure that we have a CO2 reduction. And we have a CO2 goal to reduce every year a certain percentage. And we're following the vision of 2030 that EU has as well. So for us, that is really something on top. But you can say the main topic is really to CO2 reduction, and we're working very hard on that, and are measuring very hard on that.
As we look to the future, the manufacturing industry will continue evolving, driven by further technological advancements and a commitment to innovation.
We think that SCM will be an European company in the end. That's how we look on it, definitely. Then we'll probably have different product offerings depending on market, not always exactly the same set up in the market, because for us it's important to really tailor-made an offering that are suitable for a local market, and it can vary a bit if you look on the South Europe compared to North Europe. There are different kind of manufacturers, so we will adapt a bit when you contact us, the product offering, but still the brand itself will definitely expand in that way. We think it's scope to more deglobalization, that's for sure. It will also continue to be a more complex world to find the product that you really can trust in, so to say. There are a lot of copies out there, and having a partner like us to ensure that you have a real product that will work for year and year and year, that will be harder, we think. So for companies like us, we can ensure the value chain are there, so to say, but it will be a harder competition for sure. That's what we are quite sure of.
We've seen how modern manufacturing is continually transforming through electrification, AI, and automation. It'll be interesting to see how the industry evolves with the help of skilled professionals and robust supply chains.